Ladies and gentlemen, welcome for another review. What are we reviewing today?
We're going to be reviewing the TE2 Plus arcade fight stick by Mad Catz.
Now you guys know me, you've seen the other reviews, you've seen other fight stick reviews. I am Boss Battle Tim, and this is Jared.
You might know me.
With the Delaware of names. Yeah. Now, we're excited for this one because first off, it's got Ryu, right?
Yeah,
but I'd like to explain why I made this purchase, right? Currently, there's a website out there, teya.net, link below, and it currently lists this as the fastest fight stick on the market.
The fastest.
In terms of input response, so when I click my little button, how long it takes to travel from this stick to that screen, and my character goes, whoop-ah, this one is the fastest out there.
Yeah.
There's one board that's faster, but this is the fastest package.
Yeah,
so
all together, come out of the box, ready to go. It is the fastest.
These two gentlemen here have been known to compete in a few things,
Couple
right?
things.
A couple fight game tournaments here and there, combo breakers and Evos and whatever you call them. But I want to have a competitive edge, and I noticed some things, right? So I went to Combo Breaker, and currently, if you play Street Fighter with the Legacy mode, it's even a little faster. And I watched F-Champ using this stick in Legacy mode on PS4. And I was like, interesting. I'm going to see how my Hori Rap 4 stacks up against that. And currently, with that link, I discovered that I was almost an entire frame behind him.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, he's already that good.
That's a big deal.
I can't spot this dude a frame.
Yeah.
Right? And frames are kind of an issue in Street Fighter right now. For those of you who haven't been paying attention.
Big issue in Street Fighter.
But, Street Fighter aside, I wanted to have the fastest stick for any other game I played. Recently, I'm starting to get into Guilty Gear a little bit. I'm excited about that, because turns out I'm okay at it. Who knew, right?
Turns out you perfect.
perfect guy, yeah. And then we've got Killer Instinct and many other ways that we could use this guy. But we wanted to talk about this stick specifically and other benefits that it has other than just the input speed.
So, when you first pulled it out of the box, what was the first thing you did, the first thing you noticed?
That was the first thing that I did.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I am a lifelong Ryu main. Yeah. I love the guy. It's kind of how I model my attitude in playing. I'm always looking for the next match or whatever. So the artwork blew me away. I do think it's a gorgeous stick.
It is.
Right.
It's incredibly, it's glossy in the right spots. It's not glossy in the right spots. It looks like Ryu. The stick is basically Ryu.
Now, of course, like with any other TE2, and you have the ability that you can change all of these things out, right? Like, you don't want the artwork, you can leave that artwork in, place your own custom artwork on top, start to change some things out. You can also get other bevels, you can get other side pieces. I will say that it's pretty limited in terms of availability.
Yeah.
So you might have better luck trading with a friend.
Yeah.
Our own Adam Ronin has done that recently, and it made a pretty huge impact on the look of the stick.
Yeah,
it's gorgeous. Maybe we'll have a picture of it. We'll see. Good for you guys. But starting from the top down, we're gonna go over just a couple of things. The first thing that just really disappointed me is this ball top.
Boo.
It's white, but you can feel the plastic on the side. You can feel it on the top. Yeah, you can see how it's molded. In terms of like things like aesthetics, every fight stick gives you the capability with these wonderful 30mm buttons that you can replace them with any other 30mm button that you like. I will be going to Evo soon, and I'm not replacing any of the aesthetics on this until that day.
Until Evo, yeah.
And the reason for that is all of the big shops are going to be there with their table and all of their supply, and I can go, I want that, and that, and then I just go,
those. Now go ahead.
Ta-da!
Put that in.
Little kid in a candy store. So I guarantee you this ball top will go away. We are going to be doing a mod video where I'm going to do some other things to these buttons. And I will actually replace some of these as well, because I think the gray is a little boring. So I'm going to get a little fancier with the color. However, I do intend to keep some kind of Ryu theme on my stick.
I will probably be switching from Ryu. I don't main Ryu anymore. I'm always a Shoto player. I have to have a character that has a projectile. However, in Street Fighter V, I main a character known as Karen. And for me, I don't like necessarily to have character-specific artwork on my sticks. I like to have, you know, it's like anything. People modify their cars, you know, their cats, their dogs, their faces.
Some people love the hardwood look. I mean, I've seen some really cool sticks that are all one color. Yeah. Everything on there is all white or all black, and it's like a murdered out look. I'm like, yeah, that looks cool. I dig that. And you could probably even. You can maybe paint these if you wanted to, if you were like...
I think that'll probably end up being the road that I will go, because it is very difficult to find these side pieces. It's extremely difficult, so...
of course, just like any other TE2, all the options are there for customization. So we do come with the stock FANWA buttons. Like I said, those are going to get changed out. I'm going to put some silencers on mine. Oh, yeah. These boring dust washers always come with it. These like roughly black ones. That's going to get changed out for sure.
The design doesn't even match the rest of the stick.
On my Hori, I've actually got two. I've got like a hard anodized red, and then I've got a clear one on top of it, so it looks really nice. Shaft cover, that'll probably get changed out to something that's a little more red-ish to match out with that nice red shaft. In terms of features, it still has all the features that any other TE2 has. Of course, we have our lock button. So if you're playing in tournament, you have the ability that you can lock it so you don't accidentally bump a button, because you're like,
gotta get back to press start. I actually took a round yesterday from a gentleman
who ended up hitting,
his stick didn't lock, and he ended up hitting one of the start buttons. Bam, my round. And he was winning.
He was winning.
He had that much health on me. And I made a deal with him once the game paused. I was like, now if this Ultra kills me, I will give you the round. If it does not, then it's mine. He's like, okay, Ultra didn't kill me, my round.
And that's your generosity. Yeah. You could very easily been like, that would reset, you
restart,
lost.
That's it.
Moving on.
Lock feature, you gotta have it.
Lock feature, got the button PS3 and PS4 mode, so you have the capability that you could do both. You can even do PS3 mode on your PS4 because it's got a little less response. However, it takes a couple more seconds to plug in. It does have the light up bar for players 1, 2, 3, and 4. Mine was blue all day yesterday. I saw yours as red because we were playing each other.
Playing with each other.
All of the buttons are there, including this little touchpad.
L3, R3, and it does. I like the touchpad. It gives the PlayStation 4 capable touchpad on it. We'll show you here in a little bit, but it's really nice. I don't have a PS4.
I was gonna say, which is actually useless for you.
It's 100% useless for me, but.
And why is that? Why is it useless for you?
I play on PC, bro.
So tell me about this on PC, because I'm not a PC player. I'm a console player.
So what I heard when these originally came out, there was no direct support. There were no drivers for it for the Windows-based machines. Yeah. So what I had was the original TE2 fight stick for when Ultra Street Fighter, was it Ultra? Came out for the PlayStation 3. So I had to set up X input. I had to do, install the Xbox 360 drivers, everything, just to get this to work for the PC. But this, however, MADCATZ has gone above and beyond and created driver support with its own little application where you can switch it back and forth to the X input, or just plug and play right into the PC. It works just fine.
Nicely done. Stay away from the Rock Band stuff. Keep making these, you guys,
please.
Now, the next part is, when these initially launched, there was a lot of concerns of super flexy that was breaking. Mine feels fairly rigid. I got it. It was like one of the first things I did, because I've seen so many reports of like people were saying it was just like melted butter. So I got it and I was like, yeah, okay, it's good.
I sat on it.
One thing that you'll have to note is I'm still a gigantic Hori supporter. I have a ton of Hori products. I use this basically for the speed. I still love my Hori stick very much. The deck on the Hori is much more solid, and that's because it's built into the actual framework itself.
That's right.
That is just basically a design choice, because with these, there is the button on front to open up. So one thing to remember is that this isn't like a built-in solid construction piece. This is also the top of the fight stick, so it's always going to have a bit more flex than, say, like like a Hori would, for example, or like one of those coffee table ones that you see people have that are custom made. On the inside, it's still going to be all the same features. It's got the 9-foot rope. It's got a spot that goes with it.
It's 9.5. So
it's not breakaway, but it's like screw in, right? So it's, once you screw it in, it's not going to...
It doesn't go anywhere.
Yeah, it's going to be in nice and tight. And it does fit back in that spot very nicely. There's still, of course, the space that you can put in a couple replacement buttons, which is a good idea. I have blown buttons in the past, and it's nice to have a few just on hand. These are the Hori Hayabusa buttons.
Those the rare ones. Come with it. It didn't.
These definitely did not. But I do have a full set of them, and I'm kind of itching to put them in something. So I need to find an extra fight stick. I'm not going to put them in this because I'm going to do some different colors. But I need to get another one going just for that reason.
Man, that's cool.
It still comes with this tool, which is really nice, and they're magnetic. Oh yeah, like that. And I also found out something interesting just a brief moment ago. Let's say I don't need this screwdriver, but I do use my Brooks converter, right? And I know everybody's like, oh, they've got input response, blah, you should dual mod your stick, bro. I get it. I have no intentions of dual modding this stick.
Nope.
Why is that? Because I don't play on Xbox that frequently. I play on PlayStation. That's where all of my fight games are.
However, if you are a KI fan and you want to use the stick on the Xbox, it would work perfectly for it. But not only that, but there's plenty of space.
Yeah, you could put, I mean, obviously you can put all kinds of things in here. Yeah. I'm lucky enough to get these from our boy Nico X. Look at those Capcom Edge stickers.
So pretty.
Look how old school those are.
Look at Mega Man.
I might put those in there somewhere. But I did find
line the inside.
This fits in the tool slot. And I was like, what? Look at that. Wow. This slides right in. Isn't that gorgeous?
And it slides right out. Yeah, it's downright beautiful.
This slides out. But it holds all that space. So you do still have all the easy access to your buttons, all the wiring. These are notoriously difficult to take off for the first time. So just be careful that you don't just rip the wire out of the back if you're changing your buttons. We're going to talk about that a little bit in a basic mod video that we're going to do later today. That will be coming out hopefully later after this video drops for you guys.
With your viewing pleasure.
Sanwa JLF with a square gate.
Gotta have it.
For those of you who like square gates. For those of you who like square gates. I can't stand them. I play awful with them. That gets replaced today. That's the first thing that goes. So I went to Focus Attack and I ordered myself an Octagate, just like I do with every other stick, and I always will. You know, shout outs to some of my other Octagate players out there. Love you guys. So that'll get changed. One other thing I'm going to change is I always do find that the stock stick is a little bit loose. So I tighten up the spring by getting a little bit more of a higher tension spring. So I'm going to be adding just a 2-pound to this one. I do have a 4-pound spring laying around, which isn't bad, but it's a little tough. I do know a guy who uses a 9-pound spring, and I can't do it. I'm not trying to move it.
Yeah. Like over the top. I got to turn my hat on.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So we are going to change that out. That'll be in the mod video as well. Overall impressions of this stick, I got it on Amazon. If you actually go to Mad Catz website and you try and purchase the stick, it redirects you to Amazon, oddly enough. So they're not doing any direct sales from there. They're just supplying their Amazon store.
How much was it?
Mine was $183.
That's a steal.
Yeah. Now,
GameStop is also doing the same thing for those of you who want to order from GameStop. They told me it was going to take 2 weeks. I turned on my phone 3 days later, like, your stick has been shipped. It'll be there tomorrow. What?
Yes.
$183.
So it's down to $183. It's typically $229. I do feel it's a buy at both price points, especially with the incredibly fast PCB board that's inside of it. If you guys wanted to get a stick, but you're like, I think it's a little expensive, I still fully endorse the Hori, and I saw plenty of players at the tournament yesterday who even walked up and they told me like Boss Beltim, I bought my stick because you told me to buy it, and those dudes were mopping up dudes as well. Yeah. They played better than I did on it, so congratulations to those guys. But I will say that I also spent a couple extra dollars on the shipping because it came with free shipping, which I thought was super cool.
Yeah.
But I was like,
GameStop does not come with free shipping.
I'll give you $10 to have it here tomorrow. Yeah. And that's all it was. So mine was like $200 even with tax and everything, and they had it on my doorstep by the time I got home from work the next day. And I was like, yeah, beautiful. Buddy, loves it. So it was a buy for me. I was super happy to have this added to my collection. I love the artwork. I'm excited to get in there and start to change some things. Post Evo, it's going to look a little bit different, but still have some of the same aesthetics. Yours will probably look
Mine's going to look a lot of bit different.
But this has already had some tournament use on it. I'm quite excited to say some Guilty Gear wins, I guess, because those are the only ones I got. But other than that, I encourage you guys to check it out, and maybe if you're at a tournament or something, or if a friend has one, you could play it there first if you're worried about like a little try before you buy. Yeah. Otherwise, Amazon does have an amazing return policy. Check into that. But for more questions, Twitters are always here, and I always suggest, if you have questions on the Xbox edition, right down here is Mr. Adam Ronin's Twitter, because he's a longtime user of the TE2 for the Xbox One. I use a converter to play an Xbox One. He's faster than me anyway, so he's got the advantage there. So he's all set up and go. But we've got more content coming on these because we've had the review and we've had the unboxing, and of course we're gonna have some mod stuff, and there's gonna be more tournament features, and we've got other fight stick things, we've got other crazy games. Yeah. You know that? We play other games other than fight games occasionally.
We do stuff. If you see us out at a tournament, if you see us out, come by, say hi.
Shake a hand, take a picture. Yeah. Buy me a monster.
Yeah.
Because I spend about $40 on those every tournament.
God.
Yeah. All jittery by the end of the day.
$60 go to a tournament.
But if you're wondering like how would I know they're even at one, Subscribble button. Yeah. Click the old Subscribble button.
We'll let you know.
Deal with the old R24 gang. And we want to thank you for coming out.